Hey guys, Jim from Import Image Racing and welcome back to the channel. We've got a pretty quick and easy one for you today. We're going to be installing the Noble Dark V2 roof spoiler onto our 2021 WRX. Stick around. That's right, gang, we're at it again, adding some more aesthetic parts to our WRX. I just happened to be cruising the Import Image Racing website and came across this cool little window spoiler for the back of the VAs. So let's take a look at that first. Here it is. This is the Noble Dark V2 window spoiler for the VA chassis WRX. I didn't actually know they had this on the site, happened to come across it the other day, and I thought it would look really good with my already kind of like blacked out accents. You know, I've got the taillights that are smoked, the rain guards that are kind of smoked, and I just thought with the dark tint and all that kind of stuff that rear window spoiler is going to look pretty cool just kind of flying off the back. Not to mention, because it is the V2 style, which is usually synonymous with having these kind of like higher end wing tips on the end and duck down a little bit here in the middle. My factory trunk spoiler here also kind of does the same thing. So I think that that's going to just kind of come together and look really nice, but this also gives me the opportunity to show you a proper 3M install on a different style surface. So far, all of the aesthetics we've had to 3M to the car have been on a painted surface, and because this is on glass, it's a little bit different scenario. So I thought I would show you guys how to clean, prep, and set yourself up for success for a proper 3M installation. Before we talk about the installation, we need to talk about the players in the game, including what we are using to clean and prep our surface. So this is pretty self-explanatory. As soon as you open the box, you're going to find two things. You're going to find your Noble Dark V2 spoiler, and you also find a roll of 3M tape. The 3M is the only thing we're going to use to adhere our spoiler to the window, so we're going to need a lot of trust in our preparation. And to do that, we have these two pieces right here. We're going to start out with invisible glass cleaner, and then the invisible glass stripper. Now, the importance of these two products aren't necessarily that you should use invisible glass. The reason I chose these two products is because they are readily available at any real AutoZone, Napa, anything where you can just kind of walk in and grab a product. You don't have to order it from, like an online store or wait for the installation. If you're ready to install your wing, you should be able to find this kind of stuff and get it installed same day. First step in the process is probably the easiest, and that's just a basic clean of the vehicle. If the car is already semi-clean, like my car is, we can move right on to doing the invisible glass spray, where we're going to spray it on and kind of wipe it down and get any of the basic debris off of our glass. There you go, pretty easy, right? The window should be clean. Well, here, I want to show you something. Even though we've used our cleaner on the back glass already, if you can kind of see in there, look at all of those imperfections in the glass. You can really see it off the reflection of the light on the ceiling. There's still all these like etched in little tiny water spots. Now that is still contamination, even though the glass is clean. That's where our glass stripper is going to come into play. This product right here is actually going to dab on with an applicator that you can see in the side of the box, and that is actually going to polish our glass and get rid of all of any the detergents or some of that like kind of baked on water spots that I just showed you. That tip right there is going to help us properly secure our 3M tape to the back of the car. So let's unbox our glass stripper and show you how to apply it. To start, we're going to remove our pieces from the box. Those two pieces are going to be our glass stripper and our applicator pad. With the window already cleaned like we show you, we're going to have two different sides of our sponge. Apply the glass stripper to the softer, spongier side of our applicator. So we're going to go ahead and shake our bottle up, pop the top, then add a small strip of it to our applicator. Now we can scrub the contact patch for our 3M tape on our back window. Go ahead and scrub in small circular motions, and that's going to help polish out all of those water spots that we had on the car. At this point, we can take a new, clean, slightly damp microfiber cloth and clean off all of our polish. Once you've gotten all of the polish off, you'll take another new microfiber and dry all of the area. But there is something I want to show you while we have, a little bit of water still on the glass. Our glass is drying up pretty quick, so I have to show you fast, but you can see where we've polished, there's very little water spots, and there's almost like a line in the glass here where all of our water spots still lie. So this is all of our contact patch, where all of our 3M is going to adhere, and we are going to have a really good shot of this thing staying on for a long time. Back over at the bench, we are now going to be prepping our roof spoiler. So we're going to go ahead and flip this over so we can get to the bottom side. Now, the good news is because this is pretty fresh out of the box, there really shouldn't be a whole lot of dirty fingerprints or any oils left over, but just for good measure, we're going to go ahead and take a clean microfiber and wipe down our patch surface. Once our surface is clean from debris and oils, we will now take our provided 3M tape and apply a small line to the outer perimeter of the wing, as well as a couple more on the center to just help hold this thing pretty tight. Hey guys, I wanted to take a second to mention that I used adhesion promoter on the microfiber cloth when I cleaned the surface for this step. That is a very important step that I did not want to leave out, but because filming this video took several days, there was no way to easily remove the wing to reshoot. Either way, here's my mention. Enjoy. There we go. Well, not the straightest 3M job I've ever done, but the good news is, it looks like Noble has provided you with enough 3M tape to do a pretty good job of getting it onto this contact surface. Now, before we go ahead and start peeling this off, we're going to mock it up to the car and make sure all of our fitment is exactly where we want it. At that point in time, with our surfaces prepped, we can go ahead and remove our protective 3M film and then attach it to the car. At this point, I'm happy with where it fits on the vehicle, and to make sure that I put it back in the same place that I took it off, I'm going to use a little bit of painter's tape to kind of help guide me on where my edges go. One last look over and check. Now we can remove our 3M protective film and install our roof spoiler for the final time. Apply a good, even amount of pressure to your wing, and if you're happy with where it's placed, then we can go ahead and remove our alignment painter's tape. Okay, I feel really good about the installation. I am sure that this is going to be on there tight, but unfortunately, now we've got to deal with the worst part of the install. And unfortunately, that part is waiting. It takes about 20 minutes for 50% of the bond to cure, but takes a full 24 hours for 80% of the bond to cure, and 100% of the bond doesn't cure until 72 hours. Dang. That does seem like a long time, but we've gone this far to properly prep for this video, so we are definitely going to wait for this thing to cure. Even though we didn't get a bright sunny day like we normally have in Florida here, it is still 75 degrees. As you can tell, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. So all of our conditions have been met for a proper bond from our 3M to the glass. It now comes down to the fact that we just put this really exciting part on, but I've got to wait to show it to all my boys. But luckily for you, you have YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and travel time and jump to our 72-hour mark. Are you ready? Boom! Take a look at that. It's been about 3 days, and I'm ready to unveil this thing. Unfortunately, the weather's just not cooperating with us. I was hoping for a nice, bright, sunny day. Unfortunately, the weatherman told us that we got about 3 more days of rain before I can unveil this, and I'm just not willing to wait that long. But this thing is looking sharp, looking good. Let's take a closer look. I am super excited with the way this roof spoiler looks. I love this choice. Now, at the moment in time when I recorded this video, Noble only has this wing in the high gloss piano black finish. But knowing these guys, if there's a little bit of customer interest, then they will definitely expand into some other colors. And hey, maybe even a carbon fiber option. Also available at this time for the VA chassis is this same spoiler but in a roof visor, which instead of being this full plastic piece, it's kind of like a translucent see-through smoked piece. If, that right there is just a little bit too aggressive for you, that's also another good look. But for me, I like the aggression. I think that this piece fits the car and the accents and the wheels and the suspension and everything else I got going for it just fine. But I'm super excited on what you guys think. I mean, do you like the look of it? It is something you would do to your car. For me, I love the taste. This car is coming together just the way I want it. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. For thousands of parts just like this, plus tons more, be sure to hit up importimageracing.com for all of the best deals on the web and in the world, and we'll catch you on the next one.